you ever seen a man move across the country? My man, Chef Richard. My man, Chef Richard. Straight from California. California. Now he's in South Carolina. Carolina. He traded the surf for the pines and bars. Now he only cooks for stars. Only cooks for stars. Yeah, he only cooks for stars. Only cooks for stars. He sharpens his blade with a quiet swish. Now he's gonna cook you a delicious dish. As soon as he can catch some fish, and we're waiting on the fish.
Hello, Grand Strand. No, you are not listening to Tower of Power podcast. This is still talking about food, and I am Richard Florzak, the private chef to the stars, and welcome back to Talking About Food. I am lucky enough to be on a radio show on Saturday mornings on the Gator 107.9. It is called Trilogy Outdoors. I am the chef on the panel trying to learn about fishing. It's a fishing show, local fishing show. And that song was put together by the producer and driving force of Trilogy Outdoors. His name is Captain Inglis Glover. Sounds like he's a terrific music producer there, but he did one of those for each of the members on the show, and I'm very grateful for it. But yes, this is Talking About Food. It's the only food commentary show on the Grand Strand. Got some other YouTube podcasts and stuff, but I don't think they cover the same amount of categories in the food industry that we do here. And just to prove that, I've got a friend of mine in the studio today. He's a faithful listener, one of the 2.2 million faithful listeners that we have right now. His name is Anthony Bonventre. And he's in the studio with us. Anthony, thank you so much for coming on to Talking About Food.
Thanks, Richard.
You know, Anthony and his lovely wife, Linda, invited us out the other night to a place called Luvans. It's out in Conway. And I've heard a little bit about it before. It is Luvans Fish Camp. So I did a little research because I've said this 1,000 times. You know, I've literally trained at different places around the world, studied around the world, and here I go in the same country from Los Angeles to the great state of South Carolina, and there's all this food I don't know anything about. So it's such a great learning experience for me. And so anyway, so I'd heard about this before. Have you been there before?
Yeah, I was there. It's been a while. It was before COVID.
Yeah.
Twice before.
Yeah. And I had heard about it from another person, Jack Gregory from Merle's Inlet Foodies and Entertainment. I heard him talk about it, but often use the term fish camp. And I really didn't know what that was. So I looked it up, and I'm going to read you the definition of a fish camp. A southern fish camp is a casual, family-friendly restaurant that originated in the Carolinas. Love that. Originally starting as simple waterside kitchens where fishermen would cook their catch. I just love it already. Today, they are known for serving hearty portions. Love it. Fried seafood. Love it. Like fish and shrimp with classic sides such as hush puppies, coleslaw, and fries, often in a rustic or simple setting. Fish camps historically served as community gathering places and are strongly associated with the region's textile mill culture. Folks, can't get any better than that as far as I'm concerned. Now, don't get me wrong. I still like some of the upscale shishi dining establishments, but when I read that definition off, that is all me. So we were Anthony and his lovely wife and my wife were to meet there on this past Tuesday. We got there first, and my friend, he the way he describes the outside of the place, it looks like it could house the Unabomber.
That's great.
Isn't that right? And it's true. But to me, it's all part of the charm. So my wife and I get there first, and we walk inside. I'm going to let Anthony explain some of the things that happened this evening. And thank God that Anthony and his wife are such easygoing people. They went with the flow. But we got there, we walked inside, and I already knew that the owner is like a one-man show. He's the owner. He cooks. He serves. He was just going by in front of it. It's one room. And he looks at my wife and I, and he goes, "Do you have a reservation?" I thought he was joking. And we said, "No." Because you can't come in. You don't have a reservation. So anyway, I call Anthony, who isn't there yet. He goes, "I'm about 3 minutes out." I told him what happened. And I was getting ready to make a reservation somewhere else, but you said, "No, you wanted to get there and do what?"
Well, so it all started like, I've been there twice before.
Yeah.
And it was before COVID. And then we tried to go again, and I think he closed down for a long period of time.
Yeah.
We had friends visiting from New York, and my wife had mentioned, what about Luvans? Because we thought that they would really enjoy that place. And I said, it's closed as far as I know, but I did look it up, and it was open. And we had tried then, couldn't no one rang the phone, answered the phone. Not at all.
Right. This was when you had friends or family.
That
in
was
town.
back in like June, I think. May or June. So, and I looked on Yelp again to make sure they were still around and still open. And I was reading some stuff, and it was mentioned, "Hey, you need to make reservations." I was like, okay. I think I mentioned that to Heidi also. And I called Richard. I called about at least 6 times, if not 8. I didn't keep track of it.
This is for when you and I and our wives were going to go?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so
this is last week.
Last week, you called.
I think we all decided to go like Thursday, so it went from Thursday, Friday. I believe I knew they were closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
So I did call. No answering machine. There's no voicemail set up. Nothing like that.
Now, folks, I am laughing, not at them. Trust me, when we're done with this story, you'll understand. I am laughing that's truly part of the charm of this place. Do you agree, Anthony?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead.
Absolutely.
So you...
And that's why I said to you, hold on, let's not go where you wanted to go, right?
You wanted to get to the bottom of it.
I had to say, how do you make a reservation with this place? Because no one answers the phone and there's nothing there. So we walked in, and he shows up, and he's got the sign. Can I say it was on the sign?
Well, I pulled off a picture of it.
You did, okay.
Yeah, so there's a chalkboard when you walk in, and Anthony, what does it say?
So it says, "Due to old age and lack of help, we have switched to a reservation restaurant." But it also has the phone number, and I actually checked my number on the phone that I called to make sure I had the right number.
That one.
Yeah, I'm trying to be, fair. So
I
want to know what went wrong on this thing here, right? So, and it says to text. So we were supposed to text, which didn't know we had to do that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go in just to say, "Hey, how do you make reservations here? Because unless you stop by and physically make them, and so he said you have to text, and that was it. Then he kind of started walking away a little bit. I'm like, whoa, hold on. And I turned to Heidi, your wife, and said, "Are we good for Tuesday? Because while I'm here, I want to make reservations for next week."
You don't want to lose it.
Exactly. So we have reservations for next week. So
that's good. What else does it say on that chalkboard?
We no longer accept credit and debit cards. We don't take outs, whatever that means. I guess he doesn't take takeouts at all, right?
No takeout
on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. He's very specific.
Yes,
on what
no
he does.
takeout on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Yeah. Wow. So, well, we and how did he register a reservation for next week?
Oh, so that was interesting too. So he walks away and he comes back. It was the stub of a check,
like a ticket.
yeah,
Yeah.
real small, and he just asked me for my name, and that was it. I don't think he put the date on it.
Did he ask you for your phone number or anything?
Nothing. No,
but he wrote it down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope he remembers us next week because we'll really be looking forward to that. So then, as Anthony and the wives were inside, I'm trying to be proactive, and I call my favorite pizzeria because we happen to be in Conway, Anto's. And at Anto's, his wife picked up the phone, and she said, I asked her, I said, look, we're about 15 minutes away. Can you accommodate 4 people? And she said, there is a 2-hour wait, right? And I said, are you serious? She goes, you can come in and sit, but we only have 10 pizzas left. So I said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to order a couple of pies, but let me call back. And then I talked to you, Anthony, and Linda and Heidi. And what did we decide we were going to have?
One pizza was just pizza with pepperoni.
With
Pretty
pepperoni.
simple, very simple.
Yeah.
And I don't know the white pizza.
White pizza. I don't think we ordered anything on it, just a strict white pizza.
Yeah, that was it.
So I called them back, and this time it wasn't the owner's wife, but it was someone else. And I said that I'd just spoken with the owner, and we're going to order 2 pizzas. We can be there in like 20 minutes because I heard you only have 10 pizzas left. So she goes, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's get those pizzas going. So I told her we wanted the large pepperoni and a large white pizza. And she took down the thing and my name. And I said, look, we'll be over in like 15 minutes. And she goes, that's good because there's a 2-hour wait for the pizzas. I said, what? It's just unheard of, like, right? Because they're so popular, right? So by this time, you and I are in different cars, but you're following me over. And I said, okay, what was the other Crooked Oak Tavern, right?
Right.
We were going to go to. So I called you. And I said, look, it's going to be 2 hours for pizzas. We're not going to wait 2 hours for pizzas. We'll go there some other time. Were you okay with Crooked Oak Tavern? And I think you had heard of them, right?
I heard of them, and I've never been there.
Nor have I.
So, right.
Which was working out cool.
Right.
Right?
It's what we wanted to do, right?
Yeah,
yes,
right? So we're gonna both try places. The 4 of us are going to try a place that neither of us had been to, but we've heard about, and we heard good things. So Heidi gets on the phone as I'm driving and I'm talking to you. I give her the thumbs up that you are okay with Crooked Oak Tavern. She gets on with the manager there, and the manager says, not only can we accommodate you at 5, but if you're here earlier, we'll take you right in, right? So we get there, and we had, how far was that the one? How far did we park? We couldn't park right in front.
No, we were about 3 blocks.
Right,
almost.
so 2 or 3 blocks. And we start walking over, and Linda has a little episode, which I end up having the same symptom, the low blood sugar.
Right.
But hers was a little bit worse than mine. I didn't want to say anything at the time. I wanted to just get there. So we walk up to the restaurant, and the manager's standing outside. And what did he say? I first heard him say, the restaurant is closed. I can't remember what it was for.
They never told us what it was for. They just, sorry, we're closed. We can't let anybody in. We're having issues or whatever.
Right.
So,
but at that point, your wife Linda had to sit down.
yes,
And I said, "Look, I'm not feeling great. We both had this low blood sugar thing." I walked back to the car and got some candy for us that was in the car, and I think the restaurant gave her a glass of orange juice or whatever.
They brought out a soda, for her, which is great. They really good with that.
full sugar soda. So at that point, we're sitting there. They're turning people away from the restaurant. I don't know where I eventually heard, but I thought they said they had a gas leak. I think that's what it was.
It had to be major because one of the waitresses or whatever, she said that he was going home, so they were letting their employees leave. So.
Yeah, I think I heard It was a gas leak, and what shocked me was how many people were showing up, giving them a hard time, saying that they made a reservation. And I had a friend that said to me when I told him this story, he said, "Oh, somebody's giving them a hard time because they're closing the restaurant and had a gas leak. They should have let her in and let her sit in the smoking section."
That's great.
Yeah. So then I think, wait a minute. Have you guys been to Rivertown Bistro? I hadn't been there before.
Me neither.
And once again, we had both heard of it. And I said, I think we passed it right around the corner. You guys sit here with your wife. I'm going to go around the corner. And I walk into what I thought was Rivertown Bistro, but it turns out it was, I think it was called Riverside Cafe. I saw Riverside and I went right in. And I'm looking around and I'm going, this can't possibly be Rivertown Bistro. No disrespect to this place. It was real eclectic looking. It was kind of cool. I had gone in there at some other time. And I said to the lady, what do you have on your menu? Because I kind of know the style of food that Rivertown Bistro. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get the chef, Darren Smith, the chef owner of Rivertown, on the show. We've conversed about it a number of times. And I said, what kind of food do you serve here? And she goes, well, cheeseburgers and hush puppies. And I said, although it sounds good, I don't think this is the place we're looking for. And then when I came back to you guys, you were the ones that said, oh, no, it's down a ways. So we started walking to Rivertown Bistro, and I went ahead a little bit, and I went in and I went up to the nice hostess and I said, can you handle 4? And she said, 20 minutes. And I walked back outside. I said, how does 20 minutes sound? And you all said, yeah, great.
Absolutely, yes.
So we sat in the little nice, well-appointed, what do you call that?
Had a little seating area.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. And you guys had a couple of drinks. And before you know it, they called us. And we ended up having a great time.
We really did.
Yeah. It's a nice place. I mean, it's got to be the complete opposite. We went from like the Unabomber shack. Looked like that would have been the photo where Lincoln was born. Luvans.
Exactly.
Right? And once again, I am not making fun of the place. I can't wait to go back there. But what did you have for dinner at Rivertown Bistro?
At Rivertown, I had the seared tuna.
Oh, wait, what did we start off with? That scallop dish was terrific.
Yes, that was their appetizer.
Yeah.
That was really, really good, too.
Seared, I think they were called diver scallops.
I think so.
Yeah, and for people that don't understand what diver means, it literally means that somebody dove into in the ocean to harvest those scallops. They were terrific. Came on a bed of greens with some balsamic.
Exactly.
Which typically I'm over. I'm over the whole balsamic craze. I went through it on the West Coast, but they do a really nice job of it. What did you have for your main course?
It was the tuna. It was the seared tuna.
That's right. Yeah, that was done nicely.
Yeah, the appetizer was the scallops.
That's right.
And
the tuna, what was that sauce? Was that it was hoisin sauce, right?
Yeah, on that line, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and that was over the top of the seared tuna. The tuna had, I think it was black and white sesame seeds seared to it. And your wife ended up ordering like 2 appetizers as her entree, right?
Yeah, she had, her salad had goat cheese on it.
Oh, that was done really well.
So,
it was fried.
I didn't get a chance.
Oh, yeah.
I know
I helped
you got
her with
lucky
it.
a little bit. I didn't get it. I wanted to.
Well, all the more reason to go back.
I wasn't paying attention.
I was really surprised at how well done, real light breading on top of the goat cheese. And then there were 2 or 3 pieces of goat cheese, fried goat cheese on top of greens. Really, really well done. What else did she have?
That was it. That's all she had.
No, she had something, a seafood thing, the crab.
Oh, yeah, the crab dip.
Yeah.
That was awesome. You're right. I forgot about that.
And I could tell that was, you don't very often see this, but that was Maryland lump crab meat, like baked broiled, and it's served with this crostini bread. Oh, really nice. That was good. My wife had, and here's another thing that blew me away. She had I can't remember. I wish I had the menu in front of me. I can't remember what they called it, but it was a fried chicken dish that was a chicken breast with the wing attached to it. And when I tasted it, it was one of the best chicken dishes I've ever had. A light coating on the outside, real flavorful, really nice dish. It was on a bed of diced potatoes and vegetables. I had chicken parmesan on top of angel hair pasta with shrimp scampi around the outside. Not crazy about the combination. I thought it should have been one or the other. But I think I speak, well, I'll let you speak for yourself, Anthony. Overall,
it was a home run. It really was. Very impressed with everything there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice place, open kitchen. They have seating upstairs. That was the first thing I noticed when I walked in. I thought, for all of the accolades that this place gets, it seems tiny until we went into to the dining room, and then there's a complete dining room upstairs. How did you feel about the prices?
They were fair, just about like every other nice place. It's what I expected.
Yeah, I was
Absolutely.
actually surprised that it wasn't more expensive.
Right.
I thought it was a real good deal for the type of place that we were, especially like I said, the accolades that this place gets, because Chef Darren Smith was named South Carolina Chef Ambassador recently, and he's got some other places as well. I just expected it to be more, so pleasantly surprised. So we started off at the Unabomber place, and we end up with certainly a much higher end type of restaurant than we normally would. And I mean, the food was terrific. Certainly the company that we had was terrific. And that was another thing too. I know you guys, I don't know you super well, but I know you for a couple of years now. And I think you and I talked about this that night at the restaurant, that it's not everybody that could have handled all of these hurdles like we did.
Yeah.
And
because you're a chef and stuff, when we go out with you a little bit, I'm a little intimidated, not because of you at all, but you want to make sure that you're going to a nice place.
Yeah.
Because hey, you've been around, right? So
yeah. And you said more than once, with Luvans, not to expect, much from the decor and that kind of thing. And I keep telling you, like I tell the listeners, I'm not interested in that.
I think you'll be impressed because from what I remember, and it's been a while, the food was actually very good.
Actually, I don't think I'm going to be surprised. I think I'm going to actually love it because it has all of the little idiosyncrasies that I love about an establishment. It's family run. It's run by one gentleman. Sounds like he's a one-man show. It's a small, nondescript place out in the woods, and it's seafood. I mean, how can we go wrong? I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it.
And it was clean on the inside.
Without a doubt.
When you noticed that. So he just has his own gig going on over there. It's special.
And I love that.
Yeah, he's just, even 5 years ago, I probably haven't been there in 5 years, he had that, his client base was probably his old people that were there from Conway that he's been serving for years.
Right.
And that's his client base. And I don't think he cares about getting new people to come in. And
I'll tell you, after being a restaurant owner, I'm envious of that kind of restaurant lifestyle because you've heard all of the nightmare scenarios about, about customers and stuff. And he does it his way. You don't like it, too bad.
That's right.
And God, what I would have given to be able to take that sort of position. Anthony Bonventre, thank you so much for coming in. Maybe you'll come back next week and we'll talk about what our experience was at Luvans, because I know it's going to be good.
I think it'll be an experience. Yeah, without a doubt.
Well, I so appreciate you coming in. And coming up after the break in studio, we have a gentleman. His name is David Magaha. He is the snack guy on Facebook, local. Been following him for a while. My kind of guy. Can't wait to talk to him. Hang around. And welcome back to Talking About Food. How funny was that previous segment? Luvans. I can't wait to go there. It is just the coolest looking place. The food's got to be good. I mean, the ambiance is just exactly what I love. But as promised, I have here in the studio, can't wait to talk to this guy. I love following him on Facebook. You know why? There's no pretense there. This guy's not pretentious. He loves to eat and he loves good food. And that's what this show is all about. I don't care if you're 5-star bougie, you're cooking out of a window in your home or a walk up on some boulevard somewhere. If your food is good, I want to know all about it. His name is David Magaha, and he is the snack guy on Facebook. Make sure you follow him. David, welcome to Talking About Food.
Hello. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. I've had award-winning chefs on. I've had food truck entrepreneurs. I've had you name it. I've had them on. I've had food influencers, and I'm just glad to have you here. So I just want to zero in on a couple of things. You are the snack guy, which I just think is the coolest thing. For you, what constitutes a snack? Because I've looked over a whole bunch of your stuff, and some of the things I wouldn't necessarily consider a snack. But is there like this cut and dry way that you go looking for food? How does that work?
No, it just depends on the area I'm at. I just consider everything a snack. It seems like
Great.
I stopped by earlier and got a lobster roll and Campanelli's. And they're located on Highway 90, about a mile east of SC 22.
Yeah.
Just outside of Conway, going into Longs.
Yeah.
Lady is telling me, she goes, "Here's your snack." She goes, "This is the whole meal for me," but
yeah. Did she know you?
She did. She's familiar with me. I visit this restaurant often, and every other Friday they do a lobster roll special.
Yeah.
And you can't beat the price. It's one of my favorites, so I like to stop in there.
Can you say how much it is?
It's $19.95
Yeah.
for a large portion of a lobster roll. You know, it's the best price I've seen around the area, and I eat a lot of them.
Yeah, lobster roll. So how do you choose? Like, obviously you've been to that place before. How do you choose the next place to go to?
That's a really tough question. I had this conversation with some people last night, and I guess I could say I'm fortunate in this issue because when I wake up in the morning, I'm sitting here thinking, God, what am I going to eat today?
Yeah.
That's a tough problem to have. You know, it's like, I don't know where I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And I sit there and debate about it. Like, where am I going to go?
What do you feel like having? Right.
Yeah. And it's tough because I haven't had everything, but I've had the majority.
Yeah.
And so I just cruise around while I'm working and just look and think, and I guess wherever it takes me.
Is it more often that you pass a place and say, yeah, that sounds good, or you may pass a place and it gives you an idea and then you say, oh yeah, I'm really hankering a hot dog today?
I try to think of different places, like a place I haven't visited.
And how do you come up with those?
So it's like a name I haven't heard of. Often on Facebook, I'll ask people, send me a recommendation. They're usually waiting for me to give them recommendations, but I like to get them. And so if it's a new name, I go with it. Like the other day, my little man, my son, was with me. So I had him get on the phone, Google places near me to eat.
That's simple.
That's simple. So he typed it in and he just scrolled through the names. I was like, nope, we've been there. And then he came across one, Arepas. They're off of Grissom and 38th. Just a newer to us, Venezuelan place. I said, well, we haven't been there. Let's go try it out.
When was this?
This was, I think it was Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday we stopped there.
That's soon. And how was it?
It was good. It was different.
What'd you have?
It was called a beef bowl. So it was braised beef over rice and black beans, but I didn't get the black beans because I'm not a black bean kind of person. Yeah. And it had plantains in it and two other little, I think it's called an arepa.
Yeah.
Bread. And then he had braised beef. It's kind of like their version of a taco. And he liked that. And then we had some of their Venezuelan cheese sticks.
Yeah.
That was something different. So
Yeah.
we just, again, we like to try different things. And that's how you learn about food.
Of course. That is so cool. How did you get into this?
It's
I mean, your background is woodworking. Is that the proper title?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. I do a bunch of woodworking, build a bunch of things for different restaurants and places. And every Friday I deliver for Meals on Wheels. And I go out to the Loris area to deliver meals to our grandparents. That's what we call them. And that ranges from Georgetown and Horry County. So it's something fun to do, and I enjoy doing it and seeing my regular people each week and dropping off meals.
Oh, that's terrific.
And I've just always been a big eater.
Yeah.
Like really my whole family is. We all eat a lot.
Your parents, are they still with us?
My father passed away years ago.
Yeah.
My mother's still here. So
Was she a good cook?
She is from Thailand. So she makes a lot of Thai food.
Oh,
I personally don't eat a lot of it because it's a lot of veggies and some unique flavors.
Yeah. I like that.
And she knows, like, so when she makes me, my brother, rice, she'll make it without veggies. But I do eat more veggies now. He still does not. But there's things like the pad thai.
Yeah. She could
larb.
Larb. Oh, I love larb.
Kimchi. She makes a lot of that.
Explain to the listeners what larb is. I love it, and I can't always find it.
Larb, you can get it at some of the Thai restaurants, but like she makes the best. Her and my aunt. You know, if somebody asked me where's the best place to get Thai food, I'm like my mom.
Yeah,
and it can get made with different meats. Usually ground chicken or ground pork, and lime juice. It's called burnt rice. It's ground up in there. Trying to think of the other herbs. A bunch of herbs. It's in a very herbaceous, and you could smell it, like the flavor.
I love it. I just love it. Speaking of Thai, and I know most of the time when people have parents that are from different places in the world, they always refer to their mom's cooking as the best. But is there a decent Thai restaurant that comes to mind for you?
There are several. Blue Elephant down in Myrtle's Inlet.
I haven't. I keep talking to my wife. I say, we've got to go there. Okay,
a small place, classic. Yeah. You got Thai Palms on 707 in Socastee. It's another. It's just a mom working in the kitchen. The daughter's up front running the place.
Thai Palms.
That's a good one, but there's several. You got Thai Lao in Myrtle Beach, Thai Cuisine. There's several of them.
Yeah, that you like.
That I like, yep.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a specific area that you kind of stick to, or it'll be anything in the Grand Strand?
It'll be basically anything in the Grand Strand. With me working for myself, I get to kind of travel all over the area, and just everywhere. Myrtle's Inlet.
I noticed that you've done a lot of posts from the Conway area. Is there a reason for that?
Yes, I actually live in the Conway area. I was born and raised down here.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No, no.
Great stuff in Conway.
And they do. People often ask, what's a good place to eat in Conway if you're coming to visit? And I say, it really just depends on your mood.
That's a hard question to answer.
Yeah, they're all great restaurants, and we got a variety. You got Caribbean Jerk out there, which is a Jamaican restaurant.
I think I've been there.
You got a higher end restaurant, which is Crooked Oak and Rivertown Bistro for higher end date nights.
Yeah.
Hoppin' Witch, they have good small bites and plates. Whitaker's, you want sushi.
Yeah.
Shanti's, you got Anto's, the award-winning pizza.
My favorite.
I love Anto's.
He's been on the show. I love that man.
They are great people. Anthony he is really good people. I stop by often just to visit them. But the other day I walked in just to say hey.
Yeah. No, he's that good. He's
so
a
many
decent
places.
guy, a hard worker.
You got Leone's out there, Italian, so bonfire for barbecue. It's like you really have a good variety.
Same owner as Rivertown Bistro, right? Bonfire.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him on the show too.
Chef Darren Smith.
Yeah.
He's a good guy as well.
Do you cook yourself?
Not too often. I used to. I actually used to do sushi.
Yeah.
And worked hibachi at the old restaurant in Myrtle's Inlet. It was Kyoto's originally back in the day. Then it turned into Miyabi's. And now it's Akino's.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Hachiya and now Akino's. But I worked there many, many moons ago from, Lord, I think it was 1995 till about 2000.
You just explained that it's not always snacks necessarily that you're getting, but how did it start with snacks. In other words, I mean, there are tons and tons of influencers out there, but they're usually commenting on higher end sit down restaurants and that kind of thing. How did this whole snack thing come? Because that's what I zeroed in on, because it's so unique and it's just so cool.
I don't know. I really just like me and Chef Ratchet, which is Heather, we'd go out to eat and I say, let's go grab a snack. And so I would just post that. And then all the time it was, let's go grab a snack. And so then I said, okay, so tonight it just grew from that. I said, let's go grab a snack. And the snack would turn into a 22-ounce bone-in ribeye with a lobster tail and 3 sides. Yeah. I'm like, all right, here's our snack.
Yeah. Oh, I can snack like that every day.
Yes. Delicious.
Yeah. Terrific.
Or a snack could be a hot dog from Costco.
Which is so cool about what you do. I mean, you just cover the entire spectrum. I mean, I can sort of zero in on the people who are kind of like following the trends of what's going on and trying to be hip and cool and that kind of thing, and posting a lot of, reels and stuff like that. Not that reels are a bad thing or anything, or even what that type of, we'll call influencer is trying to do, but you sort of just like do away with all that stuff when you cover that whole spectrum of food. And I just, I think that is so cool. Speaking of influencer, do you consider yourself an influencer?
Absolutely not. No. Yeah. I've been sent it a few times, like invites to it and to different events. And I would immediately reply back. I would go too, but I would say I appreciate it, but I don't consider myself an influencer.
Yeah.
I said, more of a content creator is what they'd call it. So I was like, I just like create stuff and post it, but I don't feel like an influencer.
Do you, when you're trying a new snack place, is your thought process, I'm hungry, this sounds really good, and it'll look good on Facebook, or is Facebook always an afterthought?
It's an afterthought because I know I'm going to eat.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't even post everything I eat because people ask about it. Like, how do you eat so much? I'm like, oh, Lord, you'd be, surprised if I actually posted every meal, you know? But I post a majority of them.
Where do you see your social media presence going from here? Do you think about that, or you just go ahead and keep posting and telling people where they should go eat? Or would you like to grow this page?
I would definitely like to grow it because it's fun interacting with people. And the main thing is supporting the businesses. So a while back I did a little, I say a series. It was just a week of stopping at random gas stations.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that.
The old country gas stations to eat food. And the majority of the comments were just, oh my God, I never knew they served food.
I love that.
And that's what it's all about. And same thing with these different restaurants. I didn't know they were open. I didn't know they were there.
Yeah.
It was just a simple of me sharing a post about what I ate that day. And now, it could bring one person in the door. It could bring 10, 50.
Yeah.
But as long as you get one person in the door, to me, that's a win.
Right, of course.
It's drawing in business.
Of course. And what makes you, in my opinion, extra special about this is that you were raised here. You were raised here, and there's still places that serve food that you weren't aware of. I mean, I've been here for 4+ years now, and I still feel new. That I'll ask folks like yourself, heck, I'll ask the neighbors, where should we go? Still, for 4 years, here you are, you grew up. You did a post about this place called Papa's Convenience, and that just blew me away. Please tell the listeners about this establishment.
It's a small little old place. I feel like it used to probably be a service station, a little convenience store. I don't know what it originally was.
Where is it?
It's located in Conway off of Highway 905. It's about 5 miles probably outside of the city going out on 905. But just a little old country place that serves great food. It's just good old home cooking food.
Give me a couple of examples of what they serve. So is it a convenience store?
They have small items in there you can buy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say it's Papa's Grill and convenience. So they got like sodas, different canned goods and breads, random things you can get. But there's so many things to list from them. They have different daily specials for lunch that are listed on their little chalkboard. So it's like a meat and 3, and it comes with a drink and dessert for, I think it's like $13 or $14.
Wow.
You can't beat it. But country fried steak, they got steak night where they do ribeye steaks all day, where they got breakfast. And one good thing about them is they'll stay open later. So they're open early for breakfast, lunch, and then stay open till I want to say around 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Whereas most diners close, they're open for breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
And that's it. So
Yeah. They will go all day long.
They go all day.
Wow. And food's good.
fried pork chops.
Really?
I eat it all.
Oh man, you're making me so hungry. I can't believe this. Let's do a quick rapid question runoff here. I'll just name some things and you tell me the first. It's like a psychiatry session. I'll ask you a specific food. You tell me the first place that comes to mind. Hot dogs.
Costco.
Pizza.
Antos.
Burger.
Ooh, that's tough. Ooh.
We can come back. Biscuits.
Oliver's.
Okay.
Oliver's, yeah.
Breakfast.
Ooh, breakfast is tough too. I love me some breakfast. There's a gas station across from Oliver's. They have some good breakfast, but then there's Donzil's in Conway, so it's tough.
Yeah. Okay. Burger.
Burger again is so tough. That one's a tough one. I don't know if you saw my post during Burger Week in Conway. I had 13 different burgers in like a week.
Yeah.
And
That's called heaven on earth.
they were tasty, but I don't know about a favorite burger place, like one that pops into my head. Greg's.
I swear to you, I was just going to say that.
Greg's. So if I have to recommend a burger, it's Greg's for nice, good, tasty, juicy burgers.
Yeah.
Now, if I want a smash burger, there's only one. It's Project Smash
Yeah, he's
Burger.
been on the show too. Yeah, good stuff. I'm going to throw one at you. You're not going to believe this, and I discovered it by mistake. Very often when people come into town, I take them over to Wicked Tuna.
Okay.
Right? It's a beautiful view and everything. And of course, everybody wants sushi. I'm way over sushi. It's great and all that kind of stuff, but I had it so often in Los Angeles and for so many years. So when I went in the last time, the bartender said, "Are you aware we have the best burger in the Grand Strand?" I said, "Get out." It was excellent. I think Greg's is a click above them, but it really, really was good. Asian
food?
Yeah.
Places? Oh, I don't know.
You know any Chinese restaurants? There's only one.
Dumpling and seafood.
That's the one I was just going to say.
It's like the only sit down one. And they make all the dumplings and most of the food from scratch, which is nice. But Asian food, that's tough too. It's tough.
Yeah. I noticed that you did a post on Italian hot dogs.
Was it Italian hot dogs? I know somebody shared that with me.
Oh, maybe that's
somebody
what it was.
shared it with me.
Yeah, and I was very surprised to see that because that's a northern thing, and even a lot of northerners aren't aware of it. They're usually 2 hot dogs, deep fried, put into like this special. It's like a pita bread, and it's topped with sautéed peppers, onions, and potatoes.
Yep, somebody shared that with me the other day after my soubrette post about some hot dogs I ate. They said you need to try the Italian dog.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Let's see if I find it around here. I'll try it.
Yeah. You've been talking a little bit about Trader Joe's. Are you glad they're here?
I can honestly, I hate to say it, but care less. But it's fun to check out.
Yeah.
Like the missus loves it. So
yeah.
She likes all them frozen items. They're quick, easy meals. And they just have different items.
Yeah.
But she's the big shopper. So when we go in there, it's not to grab one thing. I'll go in there and grab one thing. When she goes, she fills up a whole cart and the freezer at the house.
Right.
But she did make one the other day. It was some kind of Asian frozen dish, and it was tasty.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
That was the ones that they had pictures of.
Yep.
Yeah, that looked good. It looked like chicken. What do they call
chicken,
it?
edamame.
Yeah, hoisin.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of thing. And it's quick.
It's quick.
They've got high quality stuff. We had one in Los Angeles, literally walking distance, and I just, I went there sometimes, but not a lot. But I know that there's this big rage of the one that just opened in Myrtle Beach. You know what? I will tell you, they got the best candy. I don't know if are you a sugar guy?
I do. I like it. Yeah, sweets.
Yeah. Like what? Okay, if you had, what's your choice? You got ice cream, pie, cake, cookies, candy, or donuts.
Lord, oh, that's why I love me some Stellas. I can go there and get donuts and ice cream.
Yeah.
Just probably ice cream.
Yeah.
I feel like I eat ice cream a lot.
What flavor?
It depends.
Yeah.
I'm loving all these homemade ice creams
Yeah.
you got. It's like I get Stella's and the Crazy Mason. Now they're making their own ice cream.
I haven't been there yet.
So it's just like the flavors are. But my go-to ice cream would be cookies and cream or Oreo. But
yeah, you like that.
That's my go-to. But otherwise, I just get whatever. If I stop at the Freeze in Conway, I get a twist cone.
Yeah.
So it depends. But I do eat a lot of ice cream.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I love it. But Trader Joe's has great candy.
I'll check some of them out. I don't think I've actually had any candy.
That is David Magaha, the snack guy. Please follow him on Facebook. He does real good for the community, like without even trying real hard. But the thing that jumped out about me, what he says, is that he likes helping out small business, and that's a cool thing, folks. That's just about going to wrap up episode 43. Can't thank David Magaha, the snack guy, enough for coming in, and I can't wait to murder that lobster roll that he bought. A lot of places to check out, but if you decide to stay home, I know you guys can handle it because you are your family's private chef. Thanks for listening, folks.